are going to paint the two Dreadnoughts here using regular lacquer-based paint, something that I am so accustomed to. And where are my gloves? Because these parts are small. Ah, darn it. Oh, there it is. I painted the small Mecha Collide kits in the past before, but they've been like broad strokes, you could say. This time I want to try a little bit more precision in my work. I already filled up this bottle with more primer, because I think I used it up on my last kit, which was the massive mega scale Zaku 2. And now I'm going to apply it to this. I'm using the J-Hack 98 Dual. I actually had to clean it up really well because a lot of residue from the acrylic paint that I was using prior kind of cemented into this kit, into this airbrush, and I was like, okay, I gotta really dig in there and clean it up. What I need, what airbrush that needs a lot of cleaning is my Timber Tech. I've been using that as my go-to for priming, but I use it for the acrylic. I'm gonna have to make a choice in the future to get one of, select airbrush for painting lacquer and selecting airbrush for painting acrylic. Alright, that looks good. Put that to the side. Put this here. Hopefully we could see any damage or whatnot that I may have missed with the sanding. Focus, goddammit. There we go. Now you see, like, there's that little notch there that I forgot to clean. I'm just seeing it this moment. Let me grab my sanding. Okay. All right. I feel like that's part of the detail. Yeah, I think that is. Alright. Obviously you're not going to see this primed well because it's already gray. what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to keep this ship to the side, since this is the gray one, while the blue one, I'll keep it on above me so I know which one is which. Alright, I have already had blue prepared a while back, so we're going to take this and we're going to spray it blue. Too close. Put a little bit on it to see how it works, so let's see what happens. I do light passes. I put a little bit on this. I didn't put a lot, but I should have enough. I should paint the thrusters a little darker, like a black tone-ish color, or maybe dark charcoal. That will probably be a good idea with both this ship and the other one. Gotta make sure I grab the bottom part there. It's a little glossy, that is true, but if I give it a matte top coat, it'll be a lot easier. But we're not done with this. I'm gonna do what I did with the Yamato, giving it that unique pre-shading look. But for this, I'm going to use a darker color, which I'm going to wait until it dries. Alright, that completes that. Let me move on to the next ship. Alright, next up is going to be the FLM 76 light blue on number 117. I may have to put my paint in there, but I just want to see how it looks on a dry run here. Let's get that there. Pressure is a little high on this. Lower the pressure down a bit. That's good. Nope, did I have enough here? I feel like it's not flowing again. Did clean it a bit, but let me just make sure it comes out. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, it's coming out. You can barely see it because the color tone is a little almost similar to the kit itself as the primer. As you can see, it's right there. It's coming out pretty well. Alright. That looks good. Again, same thing I'm going to do with like the other Dreadnought. I'm going to give it a little bit of a more pre-shading tone, but that's going to be precision, which I need to figure out with my airbrushes. So let me finish this up and then we're going to go to the next parts. Alright, next up is going to be the white color tones. There's only two parts I had to work with here. This one and this one. There we go. Alright, that's done. Alright, the last color is going to be the orange. I gotta get that right. Here we go. Alright, that's good. Only two parts of this. Alright, let it dry and we move on to the next part.